NASCAR's 75th anniversary has been a lot like the 2023 NRF production season, full of ups and downs, just a straight up roller coaster. I would have to say this is the Mr. Freeze of rides. It's been completely unexpected at every turn. So to close out the 2023 NRF production season, it's time to have a little fun with this one. NRF Productions presents every NASCAR driver's 2023 season summarized in one statement.
I'm gonna fucking kill you in Homestead.
Are you sure about that?
Chase Purdy went from DNFing in a Hattori truck the year prior to having a solid season for the rebuilding and now defunct Kyle Busch Motorsports. Dean Thompson set the DGR Tricon Garage record for most DNFs in a single season. This was the same organization that fielded trucks for Natalie Decker in 2019. Colby Howard finished the lowest of the full-time Truck Series drivers and lost his ride, so there's a little bit of work to be done this offseason. Corey Heim put together one of the most elite Truck Series regular seasons, having 15 straight top 10 finishes and would have clinched the championship under the old format even after missing one race. Nobody's going to remember that after Corey Heim wrecked his reputation in the closing laps of the championship race.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
A solid regular season all for naught, as Tanner Gray made endless mistakes to yet again not win a race and not make the playoffs. There are not many excuses for Gray in 2024. Somehow Hattori Racing downsized and did even worse with Tyler Ankrum in 2023 than in 2022. Taylor Gray missed the postseason, but things look promising, as even as he missed 3 races, he finished higher than 6 drivers that ran all the races. This was the year that Christian Eckes and Bill McNally Racing got past the hump, and they will be serious threats for the 2024 championship.
Do you feel like this was stolen from you tonight?
Of course!
Yes, it's his rookie season, but Rajah Caruth was a disappointment this year, especially considering Grant Enfinger went out and won races and competed for a championship while Rajah Caruth was sub-15th the majority of the year. Wherever he goes next year, he needs to do a better job of living up to the massive hype he has around him. A solid season again for Matt DiBenedetto, but like in 2021, once again his career is at a crossroads. Considering he had Jerry Baxter as crew chief, I expected more from Brett Holmes, but this was just season 1. Considering I didn't even have Jake Garcia making it to the end of the regular season with Bill McNally, 13th place isn't bad. Zane Smith is a NASCAR Truck Series legend that will go on to do great things in Spire Motorsports as well as Trackhouse Racing in the near future. A driver with an incredible ability, yet is the biggest idiot on the racetrack right now, and he will need to clean that up in a hurry before the likes of Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch teach him some harsh lessons in the Cup Series next year. So how is Daniel Dye going to cope with only one top 10 in his first Truck Series season? Well, he's going to enjoy himself during the holidays by watching the Nutcracker. In only 11 starts, Bailey Curry got more top 5s and top 10 finishes than Lawless Allen. That's all you need to know about his season. A disappointing season for Stuart Friesen, but it looks like they're finally getting the recognition they deserve from corporate America. Matt Crafton got fined $25,000 for something that Nick Sanchez and Nick Sanchez's mom said he did, even though there is no public footage that Matt Crafton actually sucker punched Nick Sanchez. Ty Majeski and Joe Shear Jr. pushed the gray area a little too far this season.
You know, we go to the wind tunnel, right? Like, that's a thing. What was that? We had a pit stop. We put tires on it, and we cycled to the back. So I'm driving up through the field. I'm following them. I'm like, wow, this is really hard. And we find a grip, and then boom, I blow the nose off of it because the old 38, like, doesn't hit the shifter. I thought it was good. I saw it was caved up. I didn't see it was caved in. Dang it. That's Rich. I knew him. We've done this 3 times now. I knew he was telling a fib. A big fibber. Hey, bye-bye. So, I told everybody bye-bye. Hey, by the way, everybody, dinosaurs aren't real.
Cole Custer went from 00 to hero just by going back down to the Xfinity Series. Sam Mayer learned a lot this season behind his version of a desk, the cockpit of a race car. The probability of a driver winning a championship when given 6 opportunities to do so is 80%, yet Justin Allgaier watched his iconic NASCAR season end in disappointment yet again by losing the Xfinity Championship. How is it that my prediction on Josh Berry making it to the championship wasn't even close, yet I somehow accurately predicted him going to the number 4 to replace Kevin Harvick at Stewart-Haas Racing? Okay, why exactly is Brandon Jones not only still on Junior Motorsports after finishing 14th in points, but has gotten a contract extension?
Money!
I'm honestly in disbelief at this point how Daniel Hemrick still has 1 win, but yet he's also a NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. There isn't much about Chandler Smith other than that he somehow lost Xfinity Rookie of the Year. Considering how cold this team was, it's impressive that Semmy Smith got Rookie of the Year and made it to the round of 8. Like Eric Jones and Christopher Bell, John Hunter Nemechek dominates in the Joe Gibbs Racing number 20 and doesn't get the Xfinity Series title. Austin Hill was the backbone of one of the biggest playoff collapses we've ever seen from an organization. Another year of wasted potential for the 2018 NASCAR Truck Series champion. Another year of wasted potential for Kaz Grala. For a rookie on a brand new race team, Parker Retzlaff did fantastic, finishing 16th in points. Hopefully his career can be salvaged unlike Brett Moffitt's and Kaz Grala's at this point. Jeb Burton should have never been let go by Kaulig. This year was just disappointed by Ryan Sieg, but at least they have a full season sponsor lined up for 2024. Years in the making, Parker Kligerman makes the most of a full-time opportunity, finishing top 10 in points and nearly winning a few races. Jeremy Clements was unable to repeat the magic that he did in 2022.
Mamma mia!
Josh Williams peacefully took a stand in what he believed in and got suspended by NASCAR because of it. Riley Herbst's 2023 season was Jekyll Hyde. He disappointed expectations by missing the playoffs, yet exceeded expectations by improving as a driver and going out and dominating Las Vegas to get his first career victory. Ross off the wall, off the chain, Chastain continues to do the improbable. The Penske number 2 has never had as awful of a season as Austin Cindric did in 2023.
Second base! Get down! You're my best friend!
With Kevin Harvick's retirement, the NASCAR Cup Series grid greatly depreciates in prestige, driver etiquette, and driver personality. Whether you were or weren't a fan of his presence on the racetrack will be dearly missed in 2024. Considering all the laps he led in 2023, all the races he let get away, and the championship that he came short of, we're going to think back on Kyle Larson's 2023 season and think, what if? Thanks to the hard work of Brad Keselowski, you cannot say enough about the strength of RFK. Corey LaJoie was the only driver in 2023 to finish all the races, yet this will be overshadowed by his disappointing result, replacing Chase Elliott at Gateway.
Back in 1998, that would be the win, boys.
Considering that NASCAR is now working with Netflix, I wonder if they can do a Falling for Christmas 2 based on Chase Elliott's 2023 season. Ryan Blaney robbed us of something special at Martinsville, getting to see a Stewart-Haas Racing veteran celebrate to the roar of a crowd for the final time in his NASCAR Cup Series career.
I want to ask you, it seemed like yesterday you were in a pretty good place despite not advancing to the championship four?
Yeah, I mean, I am. I'm content. Barring anything crazy happening, this is going to be 5 straight years being in the top 5 points.
Ryan Blaney was a ghost for most of the year, but with a strong final 6 races, he will forever be remembered as a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Stewart-Haas Racing, why did you stick your hand in the cookie jar of single-source parts? You ruined Chase Briscoe's 2023 season before it really ever got tested in the summer.
I love all the men and women that call racing so much.
Based on what I've seen, Chris Buescher is going to be the next NASCAR Cup Series champion for Ford. Martin Truex Jr. had the worst playoff collapse for a Joe Gibbs Racing driver since Kyle Busch in 2008. Christopher Bell, for 2 years in a row, rose to the occasion only to be let down by Joe Gibbs Racing, this time not even making it past stage 2. Tell me again how Matt DiBenedetto was a massive disappointment at the Wood Brothers. I'd like to hear what you have to say in the words of Company Man. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is going to be cheering and ringing in the new year, an even year, as hard as Joey Logano when the ball drops in New York City. Bubba Wallace is arguably the most improved driver, getting his most top 5s, most top 10s, and finishing top 10 in points, finishing ahead of 5 former NASCAR Cup Series champions. In NASCAR's 50th anniversary, Jeff Gordon, driving the 24 car, won the most races. In NASCAR's 75th anniversary, William Byron, driving the 24, won the most races. It's funny how history may not repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Justin Haley pulled the most stunning silly season move by going to Rickware Racing. That is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Michael McDowell and Front Row Motorsports not only won a race at a non-super speedway track, but they basically ended Chase Elliott's season. Pretty impressive to see how this 34 team has grown ever since winning the 2021 Daytona 500. For once, the Front Row Motorsports 38 has potential with Todd Gilliland, and we're going to see if they can continue to build on what they've done in 2024. I know there are a lot of drivers that are non-playable characters, but Ryan Preece is not one of them. Noah Gragson had one of the most disappointing rookie seasons in NASCAR history, and yet somehow that wasn't the worst thing to happen to him this year, thanks to Daniel McFadden.
Johnson. Boo! He sucks.
Tyler Reddick avoided the miseries of being in a RCR shitbox by going to 2311 Racing a year early and was able to build some momentum, making it the furthest he has in the postseason, as well as winning 2 races. Winning the Daytona 500 has changed everything for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as well as JTG Doherty Racing. Alex Bowman wasn't a hack this year. Instead, he had to deal with the pain of being taxed with penalties, getting injured, and having his worst season at Hendrick Motorsports. Cody Ware is a mental health hypocrite. He puts on a fake face, but obviously he doesn't practice what he preaches. Ty Gibbs won Rookie of the Year and raced his NASCAR Cup Series competitors with a lot of respect. If this number 54 team can fix their intermediate program, Ty Gibbs is going to win multiple races and take a huge step in 2024. For as awful of a season Ty Dillon has had, who's going to be laughing when Ty Dillon ends up getting an upgrade to colleague for the 2024 season? Daniel Suarez has a lot to prove if he wants to become the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Another season like this, for as much of a great story he is just not gonna cut it. Only time will tell what will happen in the 2024 NASCAR season, which, if you're looking at the countdown, it is officially less than 3 months away. So that'll do it for the 2023 season of NRF Productions. On behalf of Digital Gas House, which at the moment is me, myself, and I, we would like to thank you, the best fans in NASCAR YouTube, for supporting the channel all year long. And the 2024 premiere is only a little bit away, so that's going to be extremely exciting. But other than that, this is Nathan for Digital Gas House. Life's a beach, and then you drive.